My name is Detective Charles Braddock, badge number 6188. I'm with the New York City Police Department, crime scene unit. The time now is 8:54 p.m., presently within an interrogation room here in the Brooklyn precinct. Present in the room here, if I could just have you identify yourself, for the purposes of the recording.
Carmen Sandiego. Can't fucking believe you found me.
Are you refusing to identify yourself, Mr. Toscano?
Oh, barrel of fucking laughs, you are. Giorgio Toscano. You can call me Jojo.
Thank you. Please refrain from cursing. Today is December 4th, 2021. Mr. Toscano, the reason we're here today is regarding a few matters. First of all, just want to make sure you're aware that this is being recorded today.
You know I saw you press the fucking button, right?
As I said, we're here today to talk to you about a few matters, mainly regarding the deaths of Thomas Colombo and Richard Greco. Are you aware that these men are dead?
Yeah, I kind of pieced that together when I was killing them.
And why did you kill these men, Mr. Toscano?
I mean, I had a few reasons. Both of them were always annoying. Ricky always chewed with his fucking mouth open, spitting shit everywhere, all over the table, even when we was working on something delicate. Then Tommy, boy, Tommy. This cocksucker always used the whole bottle of cologne. Smelled like Ralph Lauren's nutsack half the time. Usually had no sense of smell, you believe that? Didn't even know he reeked. We told him time and time again to let up, but he never would.
So those are the reasons you killed these men?
Oh, no. Us three, we grew up together. I mean, I could bear Tommy smelling like shit, Ricky spitting cannoli everywhere. I could deal with that. I could deal with Tommy stealing my car for a weekend, or Ricky passing out drunk on my couch. Those things I could deal with. Betrayal, on the other hand, is a bit of a harder pill to swallow.
How did these men betray you, Mr. Toscano?
How long you been married?
Let's stay on topic, please.
This is the fucking topic. How long you been married?
2 years.
Young love. Good for you. Would have been 11 years for me.
You married at 20?
Had to. I was stupid, young, madly in love. Ended up getting her pregnant on a third date. Don't regret it for a minute, though. Happiest years of my life. Given the chance, I'd do it all again. Got kids?
No, but we're trying.
Weird to tell a criminal you're raw dogging every night, but good for you. A little boy would have been, you guessed it, 11. But instead, he was taken from me. My little Luca. Same with my wife, my Rosa, both taken from me.
And Tommy and Ricky were the ones who killed him?
Well, sort of. They tied him up, bound their hands and feet with rope, gagged them so they couldn't scream too loud, the whole deal, you know. Tommy looked remorseful about it, sure, but they were doing it all the same, you know? He was even crying, the fat son of a bitch, but he still did it. I know sure as shit who told him to do it, and they'll get what's coming to him. You know what hydrochloric acid is? It's an acid that burns through human tissue, skin, bone, you name it. Eats through it slow or fast, depending on how much. You got any idea what that's like? Any idea what it's like to be helpless as the two people you love most in this world writhe around, flesh bubbling and blood pooling? Imagine you got that baby you're trying for. It's got you around. And you gotta look in those eyes while the life leaves them. And you know they're wondering what's going on. Why are they in so much pain? Why aren't you saving me? He idolized me, my boy. Thought I was a superhero. Didn't feel so fucking super then. They started dousing my wife next. Once the acid ate through Lucas' skull, they burnt everything but her face. She was always a looker, my Rosa. And she was always tenacious, and she was always brave, even when I wasn't. She wasn't brave then. She was scared. She needed me to save her. They both did, but I couldn't. I was tied up myself. I was praying they was gonna start with me next, but no. No, they just left. The whole time Tommy was crying, sniffling, saying he was sorry, that they would have done it to his ma. Ricky, he was taking a weird sort of pleasure in it. Real sick fuck he was. But Tommy gave me one last look, said he was sorry. Ricky spat on me, and then they left me in a dark warehouse. I had to crawl over to the puddle of acid steeping out of my son and fray the ropes around my wrist with it. You know, at first I thought about just trying to end myself there and then. Probably enough acid left to do it, but I realized something. Those two little bastards got to go back to their lives. Mine was destroyed. They got to go back to their fucking family dinners and their stupid fucking gumas, and they get to keep living their normal lives. I was killed that night. It's taken me a long damn time to die. So I got plenty of time to take those cocksuckers with me. Starting with Tommy. That fuck that he was had the best chance of killing me, so I needed to be smart. And to kill him before he ever even knew I was in the room. I waited a long while before moving. Weeks. I had to make them think I was either dead or gone so Tommy and Ricky would stop laying low. Tommy was the first one to come out of hiding. Never was too bright. Anyway, like I said, no sense of smell, right? So I snuck into his place, knew where he kept the key. Didn't change the lock neither. Brought a thing of gasoline. I know, burn the house down, right? Sure. Or I could replace that shitty cologne he always wears with that gasoline. He'd never know the difference. And he didn't. Oh man, when he lit up that cigarette, he saw me sitting in his favorite chair just before he went up in flames. Got him the knees just to be safe, didn't want him to stop dropping and rolling. Watched that fucking piece of bacon crisp up. Never broke eye contact. Told him I accepted his apology, though. One last guy.
I think that's quite enough.
Wait, I haven't even talked about Ricky yet. That one's even better. See, Ricky was a thin, ratty little cocksucker. He'd go to ground somewhere where he could blend in with all the other ratty fucks, so naturally, Jersey. He had a guma out there that he'd go to after big missions, so I called a cab, broke in his car, and I waited. I waited in his car till he was done disappointing that poor woman, using the time to make sure he didn't have nothing in that car that could hurt me. When he got in and started driving, I got up out of the back seat, and this dumb little fucker nearly drove into traffic. I thought he was gonna jump through the roof. I should have recorded his face or something. Anyway, I take his piece off him. I tell him to pull over. I know he's gonna try to book it once the car is in park, so I bop him over the head a few times with it. Climb up in the front seat, strip him down naked, tie his hands and feet together with some heavy-duty rope. It's late November, so it's negative fuck outside. Cold can burn too, you know? Besides, there wasn't gonna be much there to shrivel up. Anyways. I drive us down to Pine Barrens. Yeah, I know, Sopranos, but it's a good location. Plenty of snow on the ground. I yank his scrawny little ass out the car, throw him in the snow, and douse him with that leftover gasoline. He's freezing and shaking, sopping wet, crying. I kick him in the ribs a few times, just for, fun, and then get him up on his feet, tell him to start walking. Hopping, in this case, because his feet were tight. I came prepared. So I got some toys myself. I pull out a thing of that same damn acid he used on my Rosa and my Luca. Easier to buy than you think, just like Amazon. Anyway, every time he'd collapse or stop, I'd pour a little bit of acid on him. Flash here, flash there. I was carried on that way for hours. His feet and hands were black, and I'm pretty sure his tiny little fucking pecker was gonna fall off. Last time he collapsed, he was begging for water. So, I stuck the bottle of acid down his throat, and I stomped until I couldn't see the plastic. Made sure he looked me in the eyes while he died. Only regret is I didn't spit on him.
Why admit to all this?
Because I'm dying tonight. I was killed with my wife and kid, and now I'm finally dying. Dead men ain't got nothing to hide.
If dead men have nothing to hide, why not come clean on your gang affiliations? You claim to know who killed your family. Let us help you get some justice.
Oh, fucker. Get justice. What, so you can be bribed? You're probably already in the fucking pocket anyways. Okay, let's say you're not. Let's say you're a good cop, or you're trying to be a good cop. They just fucking kill your wife. So you fall in line. You still don't fall in line, they send somebody to kill you. They're gonna make it hurt first. Oh, they're gonna make it hurt.
So you didn't fall in line. Did you disobey someone?
You're pretty good, Braddock.
I'm trying to help you, Giorgio. Help me help you. We know you have ties to the Gambino family.
I'm not a fucking rat genius. You ain't getting shit from me. You got the truth of what I did for me. That's the best you're gonna get.
You mentioned you're dying tonight. Why do you think that?
Got a sixth sense about these things.
Well, New York State hasn't executed anyone in almost 60 years. Are you worried your crimes will change that?
No. No, I don't mean that. I mean, after I get out of here, I'll be dying. I just gotta make one last stop and I get to go home.
I'm sorry, Mr. Toscano, but that won't be happening. In fact, you're unlikely to see the outside of a cell ever again.
You got the time?
This a part of your grand escape plan?
Yep.
9:04 p.m. Some officers will be coming by to collect your suit.
Get on the fucking bike.
It nearly blew me up.
Get on the fucking bike.
What took you so long? You were supposed to be here 4 minutes ago.
Jojo, get on the fucking bike right now.
Alright! That's the lady that's do you. And all of a sudden, she's the bossiest fucking person in the world. Look at me, I'm John. I can